Leader of the Movement for Change, Kyerematen, says the 9 groups that have joined his party to form an alliance will still campaign on their symbols, but will have him as their candidate. His Movement for Change, Abu Sakare's National Interest Movement, and 8 other groups formed an alliance this week seeking to, among other things, break the NDC-NPP duopoly in the upcoming elections. Kyerematen says, though there's an alliance that supports his candidature, all the other groups are free to nominate their own parliamentary candidates, which the alliance will support. He spoke with me earlier on Joy News Desk.
The alliance is not a merger of the constituent political entities. It's an alliance. Because it's not a merger, each of the constituent or each member of the alliance would keep their own identity as a political group, will keep their own symbol, but we all campaign as a group for the general election in December.
But you will lead them?
Yes, and they've also agreed as part of the arrangements, the alliance arrangements, for myself to be the presidential candidate. So they've endorsed, the alliance partners have endorsed my candidature to become the presidential candidate. However, and they will of course all campaign for me, but they will keep their individual identities. And the second slight correction I wanted to make also is that we've come together, yes, to break the duopoly, but also to do different things. One clearly is to go beyond the duopoly, because we believe it's not held our political dispensation. But we've also come together because we all believe that Ghana needs to have transformational policies in all spheres of national life, in the economy, in health, in education, in energy, in governance. So all these sectors of our national life. And they've agreed, as the alliance partners have also agreed, that they will use the Great Transformational Plan as the blueprint for the alliance and by extension to fight the general election.
So, I mean, how does this work, that they will still be in their own groupings and then they still believe in your transformational agenda?
Well, that's the interesting part of it. And it shows you that it's not a marriage of convenience, but we're all fighting for a common cause. Now, so they are working to ensure that Ghana has A, B, C, D, the things that I talked about. It's the same thing that I'm talking about. So it doesn't matter that they still keep their individual identities. Once we are talking about the same thing, then my understanding is that they believe that they are not necessarily subordinating their interests to the movement for change, but they are collaborating and working together to achieve the same objectives.
Kyerematen, meanwhile, says his movement is flexible when it comes to the selection of ministers for his government, explaining why his government won't hesitate to choose a minister from the NDC or the NPP. He said he will focus on competence and not party colors.
Because we are working towards a government of national unity, a representative government, a government that would have, I would say, members from the NDC, from MPP, from the smaller parties, and also members from the business community, from the traditional authorities, from different interest groups. Now, in line with the constitutional provision of selecting 50% of ministers from them, it means that those who are represented in Parliament, including also independent candidates, will all get the opportunity to be part of our government, which is different from the current dispensation. It is most unlikely in this dispensation, where you have this duopoly, that an NDC government or an NPP government will appoint an NDC MP as a member of the executive. You see, but the point is that this system is not sustainable.